Marlon Marinduque Jr., Taguig City.
Tamang Vin Draude Gumbi, Isabela. Tan David Bernardo II, Cotabato City, Academy. Nanguna.
Deo Gracia Sabajes II. Norte.
Maglaki, Laguna.
Ulaira. Ramos, Franco Rostro. Seryoso.
To our president and special guests for distributing the awards. You may now take your seat, sir, ma'am.
At this point, we would like to call on the class valedictorian, Midshipman First Class Trillies Mark Owen Sanoy, for his valedictory address.
To the Commander-in-Chief of the AFP, His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., Sir, our PMMA community, headed by its Superintendent, Commodore Joel Y. Abotal, PMMA, Sir, our distinguished guests, friends and families, the PMMA Graduate School graduating class, and my fellows Hirang class of 2026, a pleasant day to everyone. Standing before you is both an honor and humbling reminder of how far we have come. When I first entered the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, I honestly had no idea what awaited me. I only knew that PMMA was the premier maritime academy in the country. But through the years, I learned that PMMA does not only train future mariners, it shapes leaders. One lesson that remained with me came from Captain Ladika. Be the leader you want to become. Love your juniors and respect your seniors. Leadership is never about rank alone. It is about earning respect through discipline, humility, and accountability. A leader will make mistakes, but a great leader learns from those mistakes and becomes better because of them. Ironically, one of the best things that ever happened to me was failing. 3 attempts and multiple operations. That is how much I wanted to join the PMMA. On my first 2 attempts, I was not admitted to the academy. I could have accepted that PMMA simply was not meant for me, but I chose to try again. On my 3rd attempt, I was finally given the opportunity to wear this uniform. And today, by God's grace, I stand before you as the valedictorian of the Salighirang class of 2026. As Samuel Beckett once wrote, ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail better. Failure is not the end of our journey. Sometimes, it is the process that prepares us for something greater. There were many moments when I wanted to give up. Whenever things became difficult, I would jokingly tell Sir Nat, "Tara, resign na tayo." Sir Nat would reply, "Bukas na lang, busy pa ako." Until recently, I told him, "Tara, resign na tayo." This time, he said and smiled, "Mate, graduation na." But looking back, those moments were never really about quitting. They reminded us that it is normal to feel tired, but we must never stop moving forward. Above all, I give back all the glory and honor to our Almighty God. Thank you for every blessing, every challenge, and every unanswered prayer that later become part of your greater plan. As written in Psalms chapter 37, verse 4, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." To the national government, PMMA, Fleet Management Limited, and the Philippine Coast Guard, thank you for making quality maritime education accessible through its cadetship and scholarship program. To our professors, instructors, tactical officers, thank you for your guidance and patience. To my classmates and brothers of Delta First and Schematics, thank you for the memories, friendships, and support that made this journey meaningful. To my girlfriend and my best friend, Dr. Aliyah Gregorio, thank you for staying by my side for 11 years. For my mother, thank you for your prayers and sacrifices. And to my father, thank you for spending most of your life at sea to provide for our family. Pa, you once said, "Hanggat di pa yan graduate ng PMMA, mas pogi pa rin yung ama." Well, Pa, in a few moments, I will finally graduate from PMMA. I think it is finally time to find out who is more handsome. To the graduates of Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, especially to the Salighirang class of 2026, and from the graduate school, congratulations to us all. May we continue to lead with integrity, serve with humility, and uphold the honor of this academy wherever the seas may take us. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Once again, the 2026 class valedictorian, Midshipman First Class Mark Owen Sanoy, Congratulations!
At this point, may we request Major General Edwin E. Amadar, Philippine Navy Marines, for the reading of Oath of Commissionship to the Philippine Navy Reserve Force.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Oath of office. I state your name. Having been commissioned in the Reserve Force of the Philippine Navy Armed Forces of the Philippines. Do hereby solemnly swear. That I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge. To the best of my knowledge and ability. The duties and responsibilities imposed upon me. Observe and obey rules and regulations of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. And uphold the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of the Philippines. So help me God. Bring down your hands.
Thank you, Major General Amador, sir.
May we request Captain Jacibel B. Ferrer, Adjutant, Philippine Coast Guard, for the reading of Oath of Commissionship to the Philippine Coast Guard.
Philippine Coast Guard, National Headquarters, Philippine Coast Guard, 139 2050 Street, Port Area 1018, Manila. Pursuant to Paragraph 2, Special Order Number 137, National Headquarters, Philippine Coast Guard, dated 17 July 2026. Cadet Ivan Pete Bibumoliad and 8 others are hereby appointed as probationary ensign in the Philippine Coast Guard Service effective this date. By command of Admiral Gavan, Philippine Coast Guard. Official, Rear Admiral Glidin Mary G. Centellanosa, Philippine Coast Guard, Chief of Coast Guard Staff. Signed, Commander Jacibel B. Ferrer, Philippine Coast Guard, Coast Guard Adjutant.
Thank you, Captain Ferrer, ma'am. May we request Coast Guard Weapons, Communications, Electronics, and Information System Commands, Vice Admiral Arnado M. Lim, Philippine Coast Guard, for the oath-taking of Philippine Coast Guard scholars.
Kindly raise your right hand. Oath of appointment. I state your name. Citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Do hereby acknowledge. To have been appointed. This 17th day of July 2026 as state your rank. As an armed and uniformed personnel in the Philippine Coast Guard, Department of Transportation, under the conditions prescribed by law, unless my services sooner terminated or discharged by proper authority, and do agree to accept from the Republic of the Philippines such pay, allowances, rations, and clothing as are or may be established by law. And I do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of the Philippines. That I will serve it honestly and faithfully against all its enemies whomsoever. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. That I will obey the orders of the President of the Philippines and the officers appointed over me, according to the PCG Code of Conduct and Regulations, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Vice Admiral Lim, sir.
At this juncture, may we request the PMMA Alumni Association Incorporated President, Engineer Vera Christine C. Navarrete Dadula, to lead the graduates of Salighirang class of 2026 and PMMA graduate school candidates in their oath of membership to the Alumni Association.
Raise your right hand. Oath of membership to the PMMA Alumni Association Incorporated. I state your name. A graduate of the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. Having been duly accepted as a regular member of the PMMA Alumni Association Incorporated. Hereby solemnly swear. That I will faithfully discharge. To the best of my knowledge and ability. The duties as a regular member of the PMMA Alumni Association Incorporated. And all of other posts. I may hereafter hold under. And within the jurisdiction of the PMMA Alumni Association Incorporated. That I will support. And defend the alumni bylaws. In due deference. To the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith. And allegiance to the Alumni Association. And the Philippine Republic. That I will always obey all laws. Legal orders and policy issuances. Or decrees that may be promulgated. By the Alumni Association Governing Board. And duly constituted authorities. Of the Republic of the Philippines. And that I impose this obligation. Upon myself voluntarily. Without mental reservation. Or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations, Salighirang class of 2006. Welcome to the long blue line.
Thank you, ma'am. And now, may we call on Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you to our DOTR Secretary, Secretary Giovanni Lopez. Please take your seats. The Commission on Higher Education, Chairperson, Chairperson Shirley Agrupis. Please take your seats. Zambales, Second District Representative Doris Maniquis. Zambales Provincial Governor June Ebdane. Governor June Ebdane. Superintendent of the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, Commodore Joel Abutal. The officers and personnel from the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. Graduates and their families of the PMMA Salighirang class of 2026. Partners and stakeholders from the marine industry, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. More than 200 years ago, a small nautical school opened its doors inside Intramuros. That school would move from street to street, changing its name again and again until it would later be known as the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. Like a lighthouse in the middle of a storm, the PMMA has stood for generations, guiding young Filipinos towards the sea and back home. They carried with them a light that proved their sense of duty to our motherland. Today, that same light is entrusted to you. You have chosen to call yourself Salighirang. Salig in Cebuano means trust and conveys sagisag ng liwanag, a guiding light much like a lighthouse leading ships safely to shore. Hirang in Filipino means chosen or destined, with the deeper meaning of haliging huwaran, a role model for future midshipmen. Salighirang, what a beautiful and poetic word to name yourselves. Together, you have identified yourselves as both the light that guides ships home and the pillar that your fellow Filipinos can rely on. Today, 327 of you begin your new voyage. You will serve in different organizations and carry out different missions. Yet wherever your journey takes you, you will uphold the proud reputation of a Filipino seafarer. We also recognize our 21 graduates from the PMMA Graduate School. You prove that the world never stops teaching us lessons, even after we fulfill many journeys at sea. Congratulations to all of you. To our dear graduates, you will soon join thousands of Filipino seafarers, the most trusted mariners in the world, bringing pride to our nation. You are respected because you consistently show competence, professionalism, dedication. More importantly, you have earned the trust of the international community. But this reputation is not permanent. It must be earned by every generation. Not too long ago, our maritime education and certification standards came under serious challenge. The livelihoods of roughly 50,000 Filipino seafarers serving on the European Union registered vessels were placed at risk. We could not allow the future of our Filipino seafarers to be placed in such a situation. And that is why your government acted immediately. We strengthened maritime education and training, improved certification systems, upgraded facilities and equipment, and worked closely with our international partners to ensure that Philippine standards continue to meet global expectations. Through these efforts, we will continue to safeguard the global employability of Filipino seafarers. At the same time, we will uphold the highest international standards in our maritime education, training, and certification system. But the government's duty does not end with standards and employability. Many of our seafarers continue to travel through uncertain waters, including the areas affected by conflict, especially now in the Middle East. In this difficult situation, your safety and welfare remains our priority. Your government will always be within reach, ready to help. Today, the diploma you receive carries with it the confidence of an industry that recognizes the excellence of Filipino seafarers. Kaya sa inyo, sa ating mga nagtapos, kayo ang ilaw na susundan ng iba. Wherever the sea takes you, wherever you serve, under the Navy's flag, guard our shores, or fly our colors as merchant marine officers, never forget to bring that light with you. Carry yourselves with competence, lead with humility, and serve with integrity. As you sail across the globe, know that you have with you the hopes of your families, the lessons imparted by the Academy, and the support of a nation that believes in you. Once again, congratulations, fair winds and following seas. Mabuhay ang Salighirang! Mabuhay ang PMMA! Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas!
Mr. President, for your inspiring message, With this, we would like to present this memento to His Excellency in grateful appreciation for your presence and for being our guest of honor and speaker for today's event. May we request Commodore Joel Y. Abutal, PMMA, to present the memento to His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
May we request our guests to please be seated. This memento is a 59-centimeter tall, glass-enclosed miniature replica of the historic PMMA boulder, framed by blue poles, chains, and nautical embossed borders, flanked by two 18.5-centimeter cadet figures saluting in gala uniforms. The structure prominently displays the official PMMA seal, the PMMA Alumni Association seal, and the bicentennial logo, engraved with the Academy's core values, kababaang loob, kawasduhan, and kagitingan, code of leadership, and code of ethics. The monuments serve as an enduring moral compass of honor, humility, and discipline for future maritime leaders. Thank you. At this instance, ladies and gentlemen, let us all sing the PMMA hymn. Please be seated.
We will now witness the formation of the long blue line. For more than 2 centuries, the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy has stood as a beacon of maritime education, leadership, and discipline. Founded in 1820 as the Escuela Nautica de Manila, the Academy has endured through colonial periods, revolutions, wars, and national transformation, evolving into what is now recognized as the premier maritime institution of the Philippines. Through every chapter of its history, PMMA has remained faithful to its mission of developing competent, disciplined, and honorable maritime professionals who would serve not only the nation, but the world. Today, before us, marches the long blue line, a proud symbol of the Academy's enduring legacy and the unbroken chain of generations who have worn the blue uniform with honor. The long blue line represents thousands of cadets and graduates who came before individuals who dedicated themselves to the ideals of righteousness, humility, and courage. It is a tradition forged through sacrifices, strengthened by discipline, and sustained by an unwavering commitment to excellence. With every synchronized step, these midshipmen carry forward a heritage that spans more than 200 years of maritime service and leadership. As these cadets march in formation, they embody the values that have defined PMMA throughout its long and distinguished history. Beyond every uniform is a story of hard work and perseverance, a story of early mornings. Hard work and perseverance, a story. They have learned that leadership is earned through service, that is discipline is built through consistency, and that honor is upheld through every decision and action. Their precise movements reflect not only military bearing, but also the character and professionalism expected of future maritime officers.
The long blue line stretches beyond the academy grounds and reaches every corner of the globe. Across oceans and continents, PMMA graduates have served as ship captains, chief engineers, officers, educators, naval reservists, and leaders in the maritime industry. They have navigated the world's busiest sea lanes, faced the challenges of the open ocean, and proudly represented the Filipino seafarer with distinction. Their achievements have contributed to the Academy's reputation as a source of some of the world's finest maritime professionals. Every success story adds another link to the long blue line, strengthening the legacy that these cadets now inherit. Today, we pay tribute to those who came before us, celebrate those who stand among us, and place our confidence in those who will follow. This is the story of the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. This is the story of generations united by a common purpose. This is the story of courage, discipline, and excellence. This is the Long Blue Line, proud of its past, committed to its present, and ready for its future.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold the newest members of the Long Blue Line, standing tall,
Carrying the dreams of tomorrow,
and ready to uphold the legacy of PMMA.
Now, the Corps of Midshipmen will render their congratulatory cheer to their upperclassmen. In return, the upperclassmen will likewise render their cheers to their lowerclassmen.
At this point, we're going to witness the pass in review. May we request His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to stand at the center of the stage for the pass in review.
Ladies and gentlemen, passing in review before you are the cadet officers and midshipmen of the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, led by its Regimental Commander, Midshipman Captain Pinali, Kalinga, together with EXO Midshipman Commander Obispado, Cagayan, and 1 Midshipman Commander Taniza, Nueva Ecija, and 2 Midshipman Commander Acido, Ilocos Norte, and 3 Midshipman Commander Agito, Camarines Norte, and 4 Midshipwoman Commander Indonilla, Negros Occidental, BOT Representative Midshipman Commander Praga, Samar, Honor Board Chairman Midshipwoman Commander Sonyega, Metro Manila. 1st Battalion headed by Midshipman Commander Nieva, Albay, together with EXO Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Bangoy, Kalinga, and 1 Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Liagaw, Kalinga, and 2 Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Proliamante, Albay, and 3 Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Lian, Quezon, and 4 Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Altura, Ilocos Sur.
The Alpha Company headed by Midshipman Lieutenant De Los Trinos, Isabela, together with EXO Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade at Luna, Ifugao. 1st Platoon Leader Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Camara, Lanao del Norte. 2nd Platoon Leader Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Ginayao, Kalinga. The Bravo Company headed by Midshipman Lieutenant Apolinario, Camarines Sur, together with EXO Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Castillo, Cagayan. 1st Platoon Leader Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Layugan, Kalinga. 2nd Platoon Leader, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Tuban, Cagayan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the passing of colors. Color Officer, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Lacandula, Pangasinan. 2nd Battalion headed by Midshipman Commander Revilla, Albay, together with EXO, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Perpas, North Cotabato, N1, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Rosateo, Pangasinan, N2, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Domingo, Nueva Ecija, N3, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Sumali, Isabela, and N4, Midshipman Commander Lieutenant Commander Licor, Sultan Kudara.
Charlie Company headed by Midshipman Lieutenant Cadatal, Kalinga, together with EXO, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Peñalosa, Camarines Norte, 1st Platoon Leader, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Bandao, Quirino, 2nd Platoon Leader, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Gazingan, Kalinga, Tadeta Company headed by Midshipman Lieutenant Chumalan, Kalinga, together with EXO, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Tindungan, Ifugao, 1st Platoon Leader, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Husay, Quezon, 2nd Platoon Leader, Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Torio, Cagayan de Oro.
The regimental commander and staff will now proceed to the grandstand to render salute to our guest of honor and speaker, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Yuno! To! Mahal na Pangulo, tapos na po ang seremonya. Babay yung salong. Ganon. Low. One.
Corps Commander, Midshipman Captain Pinari, Tanudan, Kalinga. EXO, Midshipman Commander Obispado, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. N1, Midshipman Commander Taniza, Nueva Ecija. N2, Midshipman Commander Acido, Ilocos Norte. N3, Midshipman Commander Agito, Daet, Camarines Norte. N4, Midshipman Commander Indonilla, Ayungon, Negros Oriental. BOT Representative, Midshipman Commander Pragas, Catbalogan, Samar. Honor Board Chairman, Midshipman Commander Zuniega, Taguig, Metro Manila.
That concludes the commencement exercises of the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy.
May we request the Superintendent, Commodore Joel Wayabutal, PMMA, to give his final order to Salighirang class of 2026.
Salighirang class of 2026, you're dismissed!
To all our visitors at the grandstand, we are now inviting all the parents and loved ones of the new members of the Long Blue Line to join the graduates to capture this moment with them. Again, to all our visitors at the grandstand, we are now inviting all the parents and loved ones of the new members of the Long Blue Line to join the graduates to capture this moment with them.
We are your Masters of Ceremony, Miss Abigail Manaligod.
And Mr. JC Bonde.
Mabuhay po tayong lahat! Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas! Maraming salamat sa ating panauhing pagtangal, ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Marami rin pong salamat sa lahat ng mga nagsipagdalo. Once again, congratulations, PMMA Salighirang Class of 2026!